Rendering solid plaster. We've now come to that point where we've got some pretty bland walls, and so what I've decided to do is to include a brick quoin around the outside of the windows. So in our 6 points we have, number 1, calculate and estimate the total area around all doors and windows. Allow 150 mm wide on the face and return the plaster into the windows. You need to consult the Boral brochure, page 21, for section details, which actually shows you what a plaster reveal and a return to a window is. Consult Cordell's to find the rates for material and labour. We can jot those down, and then you fill out your takeoff. Once you've actually finished your takeoff and your figures, they can then are ready to actually go into our final spreadsheet. Resources for this are Cordell's, the Boral's window brochure, and in particular page 21, which shows you those details. Okay, slide 2. Okay, here's a screenshot of the face of the Boral technical manual, and you can see where Boral's taken over Dow, and here we have the area that I'm really interested in, and I've got a very small little shot down here which actually shows you some plaster around the windows, which just dress it up a little bit. But more importantly, what you have is a section showing you the plaster here and the plaster there, and how we actually fit. How do these windows fit into the brickwork? And all we need to do is replace this inside leaf, okay, with timber work, and that is how we actually do a plaster reveal. Okay, next slide. All right, how do we get the sizes? Now it's really simple, because the drafter, architect, who drew up these plans has actually done a window schedule. So there's all your figures right there. And I've just highlighted the outside of it. If you need to find any dimensions, in here is the place to go. Slide 4. We need to look at the elevations more than anything, to make sure that we know where the windows stop. Do they come 300 mm up from the floor, or do they go right down to the slab? Where the windows finish, because that will make a difference in regards to how much plaster we will actually use. Final slide. Here's the takeoff sheet, and it's been done really well. These are the window sizes here. I don't see any point in changing those. And now what you can actually look at is 150 mm wide plaster, what the length is, and just place that in each box. And you've got the plaster length, and then you've got the plaster width, and then the total square meter of that, seal length, seal width, and our 80 mm plaster reveal that returns back into the window. So each one of these you fill in, and basically you have our windows, and we end up with an overall square meter area, and indoors we also end up with a total square meter area, and adding the two together right down the bottom to come up with a final figure. I've screenshotted this again. Once you have completed your figures, you can actually take the takeoff, copy it, and paste it underneath the your last piece of work, so that what we end up with is a Word document with every one of these takeoffs in there, which will make it really easy for me to mark at the end of our work that we're doing together. Okay, that is all for plaster reveals.